How's it going, guys? It's your boy PH Boom Harris, Homo Struggle Gaming, aka Need More Gold for a premium item in the game? Better fill out some surveys and watch an ad and earn it, son. And in today's video, I'm gonna bring you a game that hits me right in my childhood. It's a game that I love. It's a racing game. It's for all you gearheads out there, people who like the Need for Speed, Forza, Gran Turismo, things of that nature. But want to take it on the go, want to play it on mobile. Best equivalent, by far, without equal, is a game by EA called Real Racing 3. Now, Real Racing 3, again, is a simulator E. It's not exactly simulator, but it is by far in no way arcadey like your Airborne 8 or anything like that. Stuff like the racing games by Gameloft. It's beautiful. It just looks great. There's very few things I can say bad about this. In fact, there's only two, but I'll get into those later. Take a look at the app itself, and give you a feel what you're looking for. The emblem might change because a new event's coming, and they always change it for the event car. But here's some screenshots. We got multiple tracks, over 100 cars. We just had the LMP1 event, so they got some LMP1 screenshots. That's the Audi over there. We got supercars. We have a bunch of different tracks. Multiplayer, time-shifted multiplayer, which I think is a thing trademarked by them. Open-wheeled, touring, production, super, hyper, all the different cars you want. You got customization, different tracks like Dubai or Dubai Autodrome. It says 12 licensed tracks. They probably need to update it. It's probably running more like 16, 17. Tons of real cars, tons of different types of cars, and it's just gorgeous. So let's give you guys a view at it. I already loaded it up and everything. It is, here's the home screen. This is what you get to when you first launch the game. And it gives you your options. You have your career, which I'll get into in a sec. Got goals, which don't really give you anything. It's just a great way to organize what you want to do in your career. Got multiplayer, which is one of two things I hate about this game. And you got a little notifications down here, which is right now for the LMP1s that we just won, or that are available for purchase. Now, they have teams, which is clans, essentially. This is going to be a series on my channel, so we could make a clan, maybe race together. It's all up to you guys. Let me know in the comments. We have events. Events is what you play to win cars. They have events every couple weeks. We just had the Le Mans 24 Hours event in celebration for the actual race that took place a week ago that I totally missed, and I regret missing. We won LMP1. We won the new Nismo from Nissan. It's, great car. We have the Porsche 919 Hybrid, and we got the Audi e-tron Quattro. Both are more what you normally find in Le Mans. Nismo was a front runner. It was kind of like the showpiece for the event. You saw it in the emblem, all that good stuff. Next event's in 6 days. It's for a classic Lamborghini. We'll probably do videos on winning that. They have time trials. Right now it's the LMP1s for people who won the cars, and you can compete in it, earn gold, earn coin, depending on how you rank versus the world in what percentile. I'm currently at 70, so, not doing so well versus the LMP1s. But, you can do better. We'll probably do some videos for time trials, too. Then also, here's the multiplayer screen. The reason why I hate multiplayer, it's netcode. Totally blows. If you've ever played Battlefield, try to race two Jeeps next to each other, two bikes next to each other, you'll see after like 100 yards, they start to, clip in and out and just like boost in, boost out, start to hit each other, send each other flying, whatever. Same thing, except it does that in multiplayer, where there's penalties, where you'd have to service your car, where it's simulator, so when a car flings you into the dirt for no reason and still can go full speed right past you, it totally screws up your race, costs you money, costs you points. So I don't touch it. I only race it once every tournament, which is like every time they stop and reshuffle the cars, just to say, hey, I'd like my 5,000 just for participating, and I move on. So I don't touch that. Don't touch it with the 10-foot pole. But my favorite is career. Career. It's you know, all these different mega chapters that have all these different types of cars. Usually amateurs, your hatchbacks and your old 90s Beamers, stuff you buy if you were like buying your first car. And moving up, you got a little bit of muscle, a little bit of sports, gets into Grand Touring, gets into racing leagues, you know, GT3. Um, and then you get into hypercars and supercars, stuff like that. But, you know, there's a ton of content. Um, Months worth of content. This is a game you should have as standard on your phone. They have these main racing chapters that you see up here, and then you have these side chapters down here. Both will have upwards of 50 races, multiple cars per chapter. Mostly it's always four. Sometimes it's less. Like here, you'll see it's more. Most of the cars are evenly matched. That's not to say a top tier in the chapter car, fully upgraded, will totally dust a bottom tier car that's not upgraded, but it does increase your chances. So, higher tier car you have, the better your chances are for beating the competition. But it does not mean you have to have them. As you'll see in later chapters, like in here, where it's featuring the Shelby Cobra, in this first one, V8 Naturals, I have the first three cars. That was all purchased with in-game currency. But the last car, which is a Shelby Cobra, was premium only. I couldn't buy it. I didn't want to buy it, and so I didn't. And I couldn't compete in its showcase and its time trial. But besides that, I got first place in every single race. So it's not that you have to have it. It just helps out. So, and you know, we'll do some racing a bit later, showcase some of the gameplay and everything, let you hear the sound. But yeah, career is my baby. They also have career goals, help you organize what you want to do. So in case you're overwhelmed by what you may want to play, you know, you can play something in there. But we'll get into some gameplay. We'll touch on one of the new LMP ones that I just won in the event. I just raced the Nismo, and I had to have it serviced, so it's out of action for the next 4 hours. So we'll race something else. Race something I literally just won because I took my sweet time in winning it. And it's the Porsche 919 Hybrid. It's a great car, and this is a showcase. So I'm only going to be racing 919 Hybrids, and also have the showcase time trial, which will just allow me to put my my stamp on the leaderboard for this car. But we'll do some racing. Let's go with this head-to-head. And show off the car, show off the features. Now, you have your track as seen up here, how many laps you have, and the event you're racing. I'll let you know what to pick, as usually they'll have 3, 4, 5 cars that you can select from on this side. There's only this one since it's the showcase for it. On the side here, you have your boost, your premium boost. You can get them for free when you win a bunch of races, and if you have a garage value high enough, which means all the cars in your garage must cost enough money for you to be able to use them in this section. Now, I already won these LMP1s. I'm way past the legend, so I can use them, and I'll do a little bit of description for them. Here's your manager. You win him, or you spend 1 gold, you use him, and if you win, he doubles your cash. You have your agent, which you use her, spend 1 gold or use her for free, and she'll double your fame, which is your experience. And if you win, you get it. You don't, you don't. And then you have your mechanic, who keeps your car in the same condition that you entered the race in, as long as you win. So if you enter a race, you know, cutting in the grass, fuck up your car, and you still win, it'll still keep it in that pristine condition that you entered it in. So it's worth it if you know you're in it for the long haul, especially in these events and stuff, and you want to keep your car in service so you can race it and beat the time limit. You know, he is your best friend. I have them all free, which is why they're flashing. I win a lot, so whatever. But I'm not going to use them this time. And here we have a car. It's Porsche 919 Hybrid, 2015 version, as seen at Le Mans. That was the race a week ago. And here are the stats. You know, you have your top speed, which is pretty self-explanatory. Top speed, best in the straights. You have your 0 to 60 time, which is a great indicator of your acceleration. You know, acceleration is key in this game. If you can't power at a corner, you get lost. You get dusted. And you have your 60 to 0 braking distance. That's important as well, because if you brake late and, you know, you can power out, you can beat them in the turns, no matter how fast they are in the straights. So cornering is your friend in this game. And then you have your G rating, which is how many G's your car can pull at speed before it spins out. It loses grip and it'll spin out on you. So it's important to have at least these three stats, because if this stat is lower and the track has a lot of turns, you can still win and play the blocking game on the straightaways and dust them in the corners. So definitely something you should focus on is the upgrades for at least your G rating. After that, then you focus on your speed and your braking and all that stuff. They have the upgrade trees, which are your upgrades. You spend either in-game currency or gold for it. Here's the gold. I'm not going to show you that. And you spend money on these upgrades. You buy one at a time in each section. So I bought an engine upgrade. The next one is probably for some gold, so I'm not going to use it because it's struggle game and we're doing this for free. Um, but you have all these different sections. The lower cars usually only have brakes and tires and drivetrain and engine. These higher end cars get body and suspension and exhaust. But they each do pretty self-explanatory stats when it comes to what they affect. Tires affect your G rating, and engine affects your top speed, and so on and so forth. Then you have customization. This car you can't really customize all that much. All you can do is paint, which you have all the three different paint jobs. They cost premium currency, but you can earn it in game, and you can watch ads and do surveys and whatever. Like I said before, so you can buy them. This is the standard one. It kind of looks like the Nismo, so I went with the black because it just looks black and sexy. You can also do vinyls for other cars that aren't, professional cars like this. You can just use a vinyl editor and shapes and stuff like in emblem editors and Call of Duty and whatnot, and make your own sexy looking cars like I've done. And you have your service, which is your conditioning. You play a car, you race it around the track, it damages your car. And once you get into the red, which is down here, you have to service it. It costs a certain amount of money and it'll take a certain amount of time. So always be careful, try to race clean, and you get more races out of a car. But anyway, without further ado, we'll do some racing. Now, the game sound is kind of loud, so I'll be quiet for the game sound. I'll talk when we watch the replay. But again, Hockenheimring, which I believe is in Germany, head-to-head, one opponent, one objective, fucking win. It's me versus a computer time-shifted multiplayer. So have fun. I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, so that was the race. It was head-to-head, one-on-one. I totally did them dirty. I dove in on the inside. It was a great race. But, I was out turning him. And that's how I got almost a 400-yard distance on him and won the race. That's the key in this game. But, if you see in the replay, you can see, like, signs and trees reflecting off the cars. The graphics, car-wise, are beautiful. Track-wise, if you were to say this is on PC or console, it looked like garbage. But when it comes to phone, this is beautiful. I mean, this is way more than I ever expected a phone game to do. And that's why when I see other games and I see they just really didn't do anything close to this, I'm like, why? I mean, EA can do this. Granted, it's EA, but they didn't really develop it. Independent Studio did, and EA put its stamp on it. Why can't you guys do the same? But, this game is just great. It's beautiful. It's fun to play. Simulator in nature, but arcade in consequence, because I know in one of these turns I overshot my G rating, I spun out, and in the simulator that would have equaled some damage, that car would have caught up like nothing, I'd have probably lost, but I didn't, because it's arcade consequences. So, I recovered and I still won the race. Game is beautiful. I have no regrets over it. The AI is kind of a bully, which is my second thing. When you're racing in a cup versus 25 other people, and the AI is just always going to hold its line no matter what. They don't back out. They're not cautious. Some of them are even aggressive. They'll try to take over your line while trying to race their line. See, I was a bit drifting. Tokyo Drift, and but they're aggressive, so you always got to watch out for them. But if you watch out for the AI, hold your line, brake later, power out, and have just better turns, you can always hold even with them in the straights, and it's always going to have a good time. So anyway, guys, that's the video. Real Racing 3, a bit more drifting. Real Racing 3, worth a get. It's free. Rate everyone, so parents, can support you having this game. No paywall. Pay if you want. Win if you're just there to win the cars instead of paying for it. Earn free tokens, earn them in game, so you can always have a chance of getting premium content if you work hard. And that's about it. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the replay. And this is PH from Harris signing off, and I'll call you later.